everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over Tanooki Mario, Biker Peach, Cat Mario, and Kamek from Wave 2 of the Super Mario Bros. Movie from Jakks Pacific. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Here is Tanooki Mario in the box with the logo right over here from the movie, Mario right over here, Nintendo's seal of approval over here, the logo with a bunch of stars, question marks, and mushrooms. We have the logo up here, we have Mario on the side, we also have Mario on the other side looking great in his Tanooki suit. We have 15 points of articulation right over here, with accessories, realistic eyes, and premium details, and a tan bottom with all the legalese you'll ever need. Let's check out Tanooki Mario out of box. Tanooki Mario has a really nice head sculpt. I love how it looks. He almost looks like a bear in a way. It's pretty interesting. I love the texture on here. It's nice, furry, and fuzzy, but those eyes, again, are back, and that's what I don't like about the figure. They follow you wherever you go, kind of to a lesser extent, though, now. Maybe they took notes from the previous review I did. The eyes aren't really that bad this time around, which is great. I'm really happy about that. You get a great mustache, some little sideburns coming out of his sides. It's a nice little detail. You have a cap over here, and these ears are really cute and they look adorable. Really nice head sculpt for this figure. The fur on Mario's body looks awesome, although I do think there are a couple problems with his body. This is definitely going to break the paint when you twist the body, which is a shame. This also should be a little more furry and fuzzy, as the whole body is. It's a great texture, but it'd be great if they could apply it onto joints. This hand also does not have any markings for the glove, which is a shame on that. And though I do like the tail, it's kind of weirdly out of place and not really color-coded with anything else on the body, and doesn't look like it'll flap like in the games. But that's about it with the body, as I do think it looks great but lacks a lot of key features that'd be way better for this. The legs are fine and look great from the front, but from the back they look kind of like a nightmare. The action figure parts don't really stand out as well as I thought they would, and a lot of articulation points such as here and over here stick out. They're just okay legs, I think, and on the bottom there isn't really anything of note, which is a shame. Not even peg holes. As far as accessories goes, he comes with a Tanooki leaf or a super leaf, I'm not sure what it's called, that fits into his hand. But this is the exact same mold, I think, that they used from the game figures. That's kind of a bummer. I wish there was a better accessory they could have given him or something. I do like it though. It looks nice and the color scheme is pretty cool. The eyes are painted pretty well. I like that little bite out of it. It's really neat and adorable. As far as articulation goes for Tanooki Mario, the head can go left and right and pretty much swivel all the way around. Goes back not that far, forward not that far. Some pivot, just okay, I would guess. Get up this far in the arm and down and go all the way around. There is a bit of crunching on that, and that is horrible. They need to fix that pronto. You get a swivel over here at the top. It's over here at the bottom. There also is an issue when swiveling this. You do get a joint that doesn't really line up properly. You have to actually move it in a strange way, then move it up all the way and twist it and swivel it to get the correct motion you want, and that's kind of a shame. It doesn't work as well as it should. You get a swivel over here, and this joint goes only to 90, which is just fine, I guess. Swiveling this, however, really breaks the paint on this, and I'm kind of shocked that they let this slide through. And also going back to the tail, you do get a swivel over here that kind of weirds it out and doesn't really want it to stay inside the joint. You can flap it up and down a little bit though if you pull it out enough, so there's kind of a function for that, which is a small saving grace. The legs split this far out, pretty nice for a Mario figure from Jakks. Goes up pretty okay. Back, it's not really that great at all. You do get up this far with the leg, kind of bad honestly. You do get a little bit of swivel up top, no swivel down here. Down with this far, that's horrible. Up this far, not really that great. No swivels or anything, no peg holes or anything. Honestly, Tanooki Mario is kind of a bad figure. There are a lot of problems with him that I have, and it isn't just with articulation, it isn't just with paint, it's just a strange figure. You get a pretty cool super leaf out of it though, so yeah, maybe pass on him. Here's Tanooki Mario with super leaf in tow next to his brother Luigi with flashlight in tow. I love their brotherly hug in this suit, and why is he dressed like a bear? I don't know! Tanooki Mario stands at about 5 inches tall or so, and is looking great next to Jesse Hecht Creative. If you ever come across a wild bear in the forest, make yourself look as big as possible to scare the bear away. But if the bear does the same thing as you're doing, it's just mocking you and you are about to be eaten. Here's Biker Peach in the box. We have Peach over here. It doesn't say Biker in front of it, kind of weird. We have the Mario Bros. Movie logo over here, Mario over here, the traditional Nintendo seal over here. On top, stars, mushrooms, question blocks, the logo over here, Peach on one side with blue shell, and the Mario Bros. Movie over here. On the other side, we have Peach looking great as well over here. On the back, we have the Mario Movie logo, Peach, 16 points of articulation and premium details, and blue shell as well. And on the bottom, we have all these legal things to go on on, and Jakks Specific right over here in a nice pink color. Alright, let's unbox Biker Peach. Biker Peach's head sculpt is awesome for only one reason, that she does not have those creepy eyes. They are facing forward like every other action figure. The visor is wonderful too, a nice yellow. The eyes are painted really well too. I'm really happy about that. Those eyelashes look wonderful as well. Her nose is really cute and little. Her lips are painted very nicely. The helmet is another thing. It looks wonderful. I really love the designs on here, even if there are a couple mishaps like this over here. I noticed a little bit of red over here for some reason. I'm not sure, but the paint is really nicely applied otherwise, and the hair looks great too. Blemish over here though, maybe. That's a shame, but yeah, if you take all those flaws away and look at the whole picture, which is a great head sculpt for Princess Peach in a helmet. Princess Peach's body looks great. I mean, this figure looks awesome. I really love the gloves. They look really nice. The paint is really well applied on them, and different colors accent the different pieces of the glove. That's wonderful. There are some action figure artifacts here and here for the arms. That's a shame. They really should do away with those. I like the Mario joints better. If they apply that to Peach, it'd be much more awesome. The back side looks really nice over here, in that the wrinkles on the gloves, in that the wrinkles on the arms and the back look really great. We also have some nice sort of pulling and tugging over here, simulating the fabric, and that's wonderfully done. There also is some nice sort of like V's on the back of the gloves. Looks wonderful. Very nice body sculpt for Peach, with a couple hallmarks she has, such as her brooch down here and sort of a mask bandana kind of thing over here with a shoulder pauldron in pink. It looks really nice. The legs look nice too, if a little bit static, I would think. They look good though as far as the boot design, but they're just kind of inert for me for some reason. I can't put my finger on it. It looks really nice from a standpoint of fashion, but from an action figure standpoint, it could use a little more action or something. These parts over here really bother me. They're sticking out on this part over here, and that really probably should be fixed in the factory before it comes out to us. But I do love how these little shin pads are strapped on. They look great over here, and the boots themselves look really nice too. It's all in all a really solid figure that I'm very happy with. Technically a 2-pack. Here is the Blue Shell Koopa General accessory. I really love how this thing looks. It is excellently done. A lot of great paint apps here and there, but you gotta watch out for the blue hitting with the white, because there is some missing down here and a little bit maybe around the spikes, so just be careful with that when searching for your figures. We also have this really nice wing, and that's the best part about this. 3 different sets of feathers leading up to larger feathers in the back, and they just look awesome, and I wish we had a Koopa General figure. That'd be amazing. Maybe pair him up with a Goomba or so for the next wave. That'd be great. But yeah, this is a fantastic piece. It looks gorgeous in any Mario Kart display. As far as articulation goes for Biker Peach, the head can go left, right, up a little bit, tiny bit, because of the hair in the back, down, pretty nice to the chest, all the way around with some pivot over here. You can do any sort of pose you would want with her. It's wonderful on that ball joint. You go up this far and down, and then back, sort of. You have to kind of move it out of the way of that pauldron over there for it to work. You do get a swivel at the elbow, and a single hinge going up less than 90. It's kind of a shame. You get a swivel over here, and no real hinging at all, which is a bummer. They could have included a hinge for that. You get a swivel over here at the waist, and nothing for the chest. That's it. Goes out this far incredibly well. They're probably going to pair her with a bike sometime soon. And in, and then up this far pretty nicely. Back, it's just okay. You do get a single jointed knee going this far, which is a bummer for a bike character you want to have crouched on a bike. You do get a swivel over here, a swivel down here for the foot, and then down, and then up, and no real, actually there is some pivot if you want to kind of try and pivot it, and no peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Really nice figure and a big step up for Jakks. They need to keep improving, keep adding articulation, and they'll make some really great action figures soon. Biker Peach is awesome. Here is Biker Peach next to Princess Peach and Toad, who is guarding them both, and also we have the Blue Shell Koopa General over here, and Biker Peach stands at about 5¼ inches tall or so, with the wingspan of the General Blue Shell Koopa being at about 3 inches or so, and the height of the wing being around 3 inches or so, and the width of the shell being around 1¼ inches tall or so. These are some really nice figures, and they look great, especially Peach. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Look, Peach, I know you don't have a bike anymore, and I'm just helping you out as a friend, but let us never speak of this again. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here's Cat Mario. We have the logo. Mario over here, Nintendo seal of approval. Mario Brothers movie with all the question mark blocks, stars, and mushrooms over here. On the side, we have Cat Mario doing a little pose and a question mark block with the logo and more things on the back. On the other side, we have Cat Mario in all his full glory looking awesome. On the back, we have Cat Mario, realistic eyes, premium details, 15 points of articulation, and Cat Mario doing a big pose over here with the question mark block by his side and the logo right over here. And on the bottom, we have a bunch of vibrant yellow and all the logos we have with illumination over here. And alright, let's let this cat out of the bag. Even though he has those creepy eyes, I think this is my favorite Mario head yet. The cat look is so good on him. I really love how this is. We have the bill up here. Kind of make him look like a duck a little bit in a strange way with the yellow, you know, and the orange. His ears separate that though, giving him nice cat ears. I love how that looks. The fur is so nicely textured and well done. The face is Mario. We've seen this before. The eyebrows, the eyes follow you wherever you go. The little tufts of hair coming out are really neat and looking great. And I do love the mustache as always. Looks great. A little hint of a smile down there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. The ears are nice. The bill is nice. This piece is nice over here to the sides. We have some nice stripies over here of orange on the back as well. We're going down to some white on the bottom. It's a wonderfully done head with a lot of good tender loving care. The body has the same issue that Tanooki Mario has, except there is a little issue with the paint over here, which is a shame it's missing some. I do love how it looks though. The yellows are really nice and vibrant. It's a different shade from here to here, and yeah, that's action figure stuff for you. I do like how this looks better, and the yellow detracts a lot from this portion being not furry as this. It's less coarse on the texture. It looks even better. I love the paws. The hands are great. They have little toe beans and stuff at least, or one bean over here and one little bean over here. I do wish these were clawed though. That would be nice, but I do like the texture. It's wonderful. Going to the back, we do have the stripe going all the way down and up to the front of the body, back down to the tail. Looking really great over here with some nice paint. It's wonderful. There's some good stripes back here, and that's awesome. This is a really great body for Mario, and I love the texturing on it. The legs on Cat Mario are really nice. Yeah, there are some action figure junk over here, but again, that vibrant yellow really takes you out of it. I do love the paint on here too, on the sides, that white coming down all the way to his feet, looking wonderful. He has two toe beans on the bottom, looking really nice, and this is not a remold of Tanooki Mario, by the way. These are all new molds. I love this so much. These are some excellent legs that look really great. I'm very happy with them. As far as accessories goes, this is arguably the best of the bunch for Mario. It could be used for any other character though, and it's integral to the plot of the film, I would believe. This is excellent. I love this thing a lot. The question mark block is iconic and basically perfect. I need like 20 of these. This is just phenomenal. A wonderful piece for any Mario fan to love. This is just super cool. I wish there were question marks over here, I guess, but that's not really in the games, at least for the 3D ones. But yeah, I can dream. This is just a wonderful piece that deserves more attention. As far as articulation goes for Cat Mario, the head can move left and right and then back and forward all the way around on a really great ball joint underneath. You go up this far very nicely, even farther than I thought, and down. You can go all the way around. Just watch out for the tail and everything and the sides of the fur. You can swivel up here, swivel down there. It's a little loose on mine for some reason. You do get some nice articulation though. Better than Tanooki Mario, that's for sure. You get a swivel over here that's a little bit tight, but that's good. It won't loosen over time that much. It can go all the way around. You get a swivel over here for the stomach, and yeah, it breaks the paint, but it doesn't really bother me as much, I don't think. Cat Mario's tail can also swish from side to side. You can rotate it all around if you want to. It goes splits out this far and in, and then you go up. Not really that far. You have to kind of force it a little bit to go up and then back. You're gonna have to force it back a little bit, and that doesn't really want to work as well as it probably should. You go up this far, which is par for the course by now. It's just okay, I guess. You go down with the foot and then up with the foot, and no real pivot or anything. You get a tiny swivel up here. No swivels down here though, sadly, and no pegos above the feet. Definitely a step up from Tanooki Mario, and definitely one of my favorite Mario figures in the Super Mario Brothers movie line. I love this character so much. Here's Cat Mario next to Mario with his question mark block by his side. I really love this figure, even though he can't fully stand flat in his 2 feet, and he does stand at about 5 inches tall or so up to his ears, and around 4 3/4 inches tall up to the top of his head. He is a really nice looking figure whose I think proportions change depending on what suit he's wearing, but he looks fantastic. I think even better than the original Mario. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Thank you so much, my furry friend. I was trapped in that box for hours. Man, you're like that rat from Endgame or something. Haha! Here's Kamek! We have Kamek over here in the box. Super Mario Brothers movie logo over here. Mario over here. His baby nemesis. We have the Nintendo logo over here. Official seal. We have the logo of the movie with a bunch of blocks and question marks and stars over here. We also have on the side Kamek with the logo with more stuff in the background. On the other side we have Kamek looking really cool and creepy and wonderful. And on the back we have 7 points of articulation, premium details, and Kamek looking amazing. On the bottom we have some nice blues and looking wonderful with that. You can also recycle this, which is pretty neat. And now let's open up the Blue Wizard. Kamek looks straight out of the games and I couldn't be happier. Just like Bowser, this villain looks wonderful. I love the profile. It's really nicely done. This is unmistakably Kamek, the Blue Wizard. I love the hat. It looks wonderful, like it's pointing up and really nicely done for that. The wrinkles in it are beautiful over here. And the texturing for the cloth is really well done too. The stripe going all the way around is very neat, but there are some imperfections like this weird glossy part over here and over here and over there too. That's kind of a shame. His face is just epic though. I do wish his eyes were a little more clear and transparent instead of opaque and gray, but it gives him a creepy look, especially with the lights in his eyes. The smile he has is excellent over here. His little fangs are adorable and painted pretty well, and that beak is just so well done for this figure. A fantastic figure for one of my favorite Mario characters ever. I love the texture they used for Kamek's body. It looks excellent, very nicely done. The hump is really great too, and just works well with the whole thing. The hands are really clawed and cute. I love them so much. And he has little feet underneath, and they're really great with all the legalese down there. It's the same kind of thing, essentially, as the previous Kamek figure from the games, just scaled up a little bit, but it looks awesome nonetheless. There are some issues, though, as far as the arms. It did come off of me, and I'm glad I had a spare to use just in case. You never know with these action figures. I do like how this kind of looks. It's better hidden than the rest, even though this joint kind of bothers me. But other than that, an excellent looking figure for one of my favorite characters in the Mario franchise. As far as accessories goes, his magic wand is a must-have for the figure, and it looks awesome. You could pose it in his hand in a variety of different ways, even though you can't really articulate him to get it in a straightforward motion without having the wand bounce in his fingers. It is a really nice accessory though. I love how this thing looks. It's basically translucent red with gold. Stick over here is very rubbery and pliable, so it won't break. I love how it looks. Phenomenal accessory and excellent. As far as articulation goes for Kamek, the head can go left and right and then up. Not really that far. A little bit though. Down a little bit too. You do get all the way around with the arm at least. Just watch out for the paint and stuff over there. Now these shoulders are very hard to move. You have to find the little point where the notch is in here and then carefully move that up from the shoulder. If you move it from the elbow, it will rip and break as I've shown before, so be careful with that. You can move it all the way around. You can move it up this far pretty much and then down carefully and forcefully. This is a very tough joint to move. Now this joint has gotten a little bit of wear and tear lately. You can go up this far and then down this far with it. Just keep it careful, keep it safe. It doesn't really swivel at all. It's locked in with 2 little plastic bars. You do get a swivel over here for this hand and a swivel over here for this hand. A little bit of pivot also with both hands pretty nicely. It's kind of loose in the joint over here. Kind of works out for posing and stuff. This also goes up and out, but has the same issues as the previous arm, and these feet are inert and don't really move. And that's basically it for Kamek. I wouldn't expect any less, but I could have expected more for these arms. They just don't work as well as they should without the risk of breaking them. But I love Kamek so much that I probably won't even notice as he's standing on my shelf commanding a bunch of Koopa minions. Because with his magic staff, anything is possible. Poof! Here is Kamek next to Bowser, who looks fierce and intimidating, while Kamek looks cool, calculating, and creepy. Kamek stands at about 4¼ inches tall or so, to the top of his hat, maybe 4½ inches or so, and they look really great together as a pair of villains ready to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. This is your big secret? This is the source of your magic power? Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Before I end the video, let's talk about one glaring omission with this wave. Donkey Kong. The past wave had 5 figures in it, 4 smaller figures and 1 larger figure. The 5th figure in this wave could have been Donkey Kong. It would have been fantastic. We could have posed him fighting Cat Mario in the arena, or taking on Bowser alongside Princess Peach at the end of the movie. It would have been great. I even would have settled for a recolor of Fire Donkey Kong instead with a large fire flower. That would have been amazing. And all that being said, Nintendo and Jakks Pacific, this means that money is being left on the table. And here's all the figures in the wave next to each other: Tanooki Mario, Biker Peach, Cat Mario, and Kamek. Looking good. And here's all the accessories: Kamek's wand, the super leaf, the question mark block, and the blue shell. Overall, glaring omissions aside, this is a pretty okay wave. Tanooki Mario got us off to a bad start. I don't think he's a horrible figure by any means, but I just think he needs some oomph. He needs better articulation, such as the tail moving up and down. That would have given him a lot of points for me, and I do find that he just looks kind of bland compared to the raccoon suit that I'm much more used to. Biker Peach is an awesome figure. I'm glad they ditched those weird eyes. The head sculpt is fantastic with that helmet, and the body sculpt is really great too, with a bunch of awesome details. There's some really great TLC put into her, and while I do find that a lot of the action figure parts of her, such as the joints sticking out, are kind of a detriment, she's really nice, especially with that accessory that is over the top in terms of sculpt and paint. Cat Mario is fantastic and way better than I expected. I love this figure. It's excellently done with a lot of great little nods to the games. All the paint is really nicely done and very subtle, and the articulation and accessory especially is top notch. I really love all the little toe beans on the figure, as well as the tail is really cute, and the texture of the figure is second to none. Kamek is a mixed bag. I really love the texturing of all the cloth on him. The wrinkles are excellent and he looks wonderful in that regard. His accessory is amazing and really great, and the head sculpt is fantastic and wonderfully done. However, there are a lot of flaws with him that prevent me from making him my favorite figure. His glasses should be clear or white or blue, anything other than gray. It looks like he's wearing sunglasses for some reason. And let's talk about his arms. They are awful. It's hard to move them, and when you even try, they break off or show signs of stress. That is not something you should be having in an action figure of this caliber. I wish I could love this figure as much as I love his character. However, that is not the case in this situation. If you're a fan of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and who isn't? It's grossed over $1 billion. You'll love these figures. But if you're more scrutinous like I am with your action figures, maybe give a pass on half the wave. I highly recommend getting Cat Mario and Biker Peach, maybe Kamek if you don't want to pose him that much, and skipping Tanooki Mario. But make no mistake, if you like fur, magic, bikes, and Mario, this is the wave for you. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.